there are occasions when working parents struggle with what to do with their kids while they're at work. And our next guest lets his staff bring their kids to work every day. And here with why it actually helps a work environment is Gabriel Bristol. Hey, Gabriel, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, Jason. Good. How are you?
I am doing great.
Right
so how did you come up with this idea to let your employees bring their kids, and why?
It felt like a really good idea because I learned it from personal experience.
Okay.
In my past, before I was CEO of the company I'm with currently, I had to juggle multiple priorities. I was an executive at the LA Times, actually.
Oh, okay.
And I was a single father at that point with 2 kids that I had just adopted. And there were days where my kids were sick.
Yeah.
The person watching my children couldn't watch the child that day, and I had to make some very tough decisions. So organically, I started to understand that it shouldn't be this way. People shouldn't have to choose. And as employers, we can find that balance, and we should.
Now, not every boss is like you. So how do people go about, what's the best way for them to go about convincing their boss that it's a good idea?
That's an excellent question. Yeah. What I suggest and recommend to people is go to your boss with not only the problem being, I need some childcare, but the solution. A solution could be something along the lines of, what if we took this portion of the office that's not being used or underutilized and set it up for children? Maybe we could put a few toys in here, some coloring books, some crayons. They would have their own space. It would be quiet, but yet we could keep a mindful eye on them.
Right.
So go to them with solutions. Another potential solution could be, we have children who could benefit from a tutor. Why don't, from this time to this time after school, we allow these parents' children to come here and for, an hour, 2 hours, be tutored? Right,
right. Yeah, those are good ideas. Now, do you know if there's any type of legal problems that could exist? If the kids are there and they're maybe unsupervised or something, is that something that you might get some resistance from?
Yes, you do have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And every city has its own ordinances.
Okay.
And if you have more than 5, 6 children in some cities, and in other cities it's as many as 10, you may need to have somebody who's a licensed provider there. But if it's less than that, you may not necessarily need to do that. So I encourage everybody to look and see what your local and state ordinances are. But there are ways to make it work.
I would think financially too, the cost that it might be to have parents that have to call in sick when they could be productive at work. I bet it either balances out, or maybe it's even a profitable solution.
It has helped us at Intelicare Direct tremendously.
Yeah.
First of all, it's reduced our turnover by over 60%. Our parents no longer have to make a choice, especially our single parents. Do I leave my child alone, who's maybe too young to be left alone, or do I call in sick or late yet again and potentially lose my job? So people have started to understand that we are a kid-friendly work environment, and not only do they want to apply with us and work with us, once they do, they stay. So it's been a tremendous benefit.
Okay.
The other thing, Jason, you may find particularly interesting is we're also a pet-friendly work environment.
I knew he was going to go there. Yeah,
so,
yeah, I'm in.
So you as a parent of 2 cats, could have your cats there throughout the day.
And Gabriel, obviously, my cat, Dr. Feinberg, would be an asset because she's a doctor, obviously. Hey, that's thank you. That's one way of looking at things.
Not board certified.
In fact, not board certified, but that's okay. In fact, Monica, we should really think about sending Rachel there.